All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV, we in the building. Wasn't sure if I was gonna do a live today, but some shit came up. All right, do appreciate the love, support, man, for real. To keep sharing the videos, the best way to put it down. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is to share the video. All right, and let's get into it, man. Let's talk about what we gonna talk about. Should Floyd Mayweather be, should he be obligated to co-sign Wilder, or should he co-sign Wilder? Is the question. All right. IBF planning on stripping Errol Spence, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Mauricio Sulaiman Jr. interview he did. So we in the building, man. Once again, I do appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos, and let's get into it. Give me 1 minute. But yeah, man, Deontay Wilder, he did an interview I guess with Boxing Scene or wherever they got it from. And I'll read it real quick. Um Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Trying to find it real quick. BB salute, appreciate it. Here you go. It's entitled, and I'll put all this in the description as I go on. It's titled Wilder, I didn't get Mayweather support as the next big black star. I haven't gotten the support of Mayweather as the next big African American star and pass another torch. And by the way, I hate the term African American. All right. And that's okay. Wilder told Boxing Scene in an interview. I take sometimes it takes our own kind of to come to realization. Um, Sometimes people don't want to let go, especially with our culture and our people. We've been brainwashed for so long and put down for so long. It's taken a while to love us as a race. Uh, Black's excellence has come a long way, but you still have a few crab in the bucket around. All right, but all that be washed away eventually. I don't need the acceptance of the torch pass from none of these guys. They've done a great job in their career. Not only Floyd, but a lot of them. They know who they are. You can't take nothing away from them. We take our hats off for what they've done. I just want the same respect. I don't have any ill will towards none of these guys that will, that have an ill will towards me or look at me as anything else other than being great. I know I'm the best and most exciting fighter in the world and the best in boxing, period. I'll go down to flyweight and fight them to prove my point. Nobody is doing what I'm doing. If you don't believe me, go check out the knockout reel. A lot of people are envious of that because their career was not like that. But I'm blessed. I just thank God and wish them all well. Okay, and they go and point out that um he fight this Saturday versus Ortiz. Y'all know that be at the movie theater. C Dub, I see you. But hold on. Um, hopefully my Wi-Fi just reset. I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, something going on with my primary account. Well, at least on my phone it is. So hopefully my computer stays straight. Might go to another my other Wi-Fi, but whatever the fuck they call it, gateway. But he goes on to say they pointed out that during the Showtime broadcast of Wilder fight against Fury in 2018, Mayweather was critical of Wilder, emphasizing that he lost the first 5 rounds. When reporter Jim Gray interviewed him in between rounds 5 and 6, Floyd Mayweather walked out this arena disgusted. That says it all. Fury trainer Ben Davison said about Mayweather's reaction to the questionable decision to draw after the fight. Afterwards, Wilder responded to TMZ Sports, "Oh, they loved it. They loved every bit of it. The world loved it. I don't think Mayweather liked that. I don't think he liked that. He wanted all the attention on him. It's sad it's like that, but the heavyweight division is where it's at." Okay. Wilder finished near 3 minute response regarding Mayweather the following. This is back when he fought Fury. All I can do is do what I do and be a strong man. I know who I am and what I represent and stand for, said Wilder. Along that way, I want to motivate others who follow along with me, and they will see that they can change their mind. Love is love. All things must come to an end. There's an expiration date on a lot of things, especially when you're dealing with us as human beings. Records are to be made, and they are also meant to be broken. Sometimes history repeats itself, and it comes in a greater form. I'm not convincing no one to take part or come to my side. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know what I'll do. I'm a special person. I'm anointed by God. Anybody who goes against that, just like the Bible says, any weapon formed me against me shall prosper. Okay, so they gave credit to a few journalists for the interview, I guess, but that was he said that to TMZ. Uh, Shout out to everybody here: Ron, C Dub, Lathers, TJ Ford, salute. Mayweather should have did it off the strength. He should have did it off the strength, to be real. You know what I'm saying? He should have did it because not only is it good for the company Premier Boxing Champions, all right, but to keep it real, he a Black American guy. Um, he did it the long way. He did it the right way. Wasn't really nothing handed to Deontay Wilder, and people could say, "Oh, he didn't fight a mandatory," or "He didn't do this." That wasn't his fault. They made Bermane Stiverne the mandatory again. Dillian White is nothing. Anybody coming here with that Dillian White stuff, he's nothing. Mayweather should have did it off the strength of he PBC, and if he really a boss at PBC, you want to see the best happen. No matter how great Wilder is, if Wilder ended up 50-0 with 49 or 50 knockouts, people still want to give Wilder his credit because he ain't as fundamentally and technically sound as Floyd Mayweather was. And people say, well, Floyd still was a more technically sound fighter. But Floyd Mayweather, he a hater, bro. Floyd Mayweather, that's why you really can't have Mayweather as no mentor. And I kind of touched on this. You can't really have Floyd as no mentor. Okay. Adrian Broner, he showed it, and Broner, and people act like Broner just went loco and shit. They had to get Floyd to co-sign Mayweather. Roger was helping him out a little bit in the gym, and Floyd was teaching him some things as well and showing him how to move out here in traffic and stuff. But when Floyd Mayweather started pulling faggot moves, Adrian Broner, he didn't compute that. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, say what you want to say, Adrian Broner, street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, street nigga. Plain and simple. That's what he is. And Floyd Mayweather ain't no street dude. He could say his dad sold this and sold that. He didn't sell nothing. He was in the boxing gym. He ain't no street nigga, man. And the all that shit that he was pulling on Tank, all that stuff that he was pulling on AB, like AB and Tank don't understand that. They from the mud. They from the dirt. They from nothing. They had it hard for real. You know what I'm saying? They from the street. They don't understand the stuff that Floyd was pulling. You know what I'm saying? Floyd trying to, the women come around and Floyd being a cornball. Like, why would Floyd Mayweather have to show women like, oh, I got the rollie and oh, you want to go drive one of my Maseratis? Just doing stuff that you got boys that you hang around. Like when you 17, 16, 18, maybe to 21, all the way to 25. But it reflect on you. Like you might just flash back on you get around women. He gets around here talking foolish and shit. Oh, his house nice, but I got a Ferragamo belt collection. All my Gucci's like this. Oh, his couch nice, but I got leather in my house, man. His car nice, but hey, man, he copied off me. You got that one hating friend that be trying to show off for the women, and you really like y'all drinking and y'all smoking or y'all having a good time. You ain't really paying attention, but you laying down that night, or you might be on the treadmill, or you might be at work, and it hits you like, man, this dude Daryl or this dude Bob is just a hater. I don't even want to mess with. It finally dawned on you. You might be chilling like, damn, that nigga really be hating or something like that. That's how Floyd Mayweather was with Adrian Broner and Tank. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to mess with all they women and shit. This Mayweather. When people see you, you ain't got to stunt. All you got to do is just play your role. Just walk like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And if she choosing, she choosing. But AB and Tank could bring these women around him, and he would be trying to just impress they women. Like you trying to impress some women that's with AB, and then he'd get mad when Tank and AB hit his women, or like I said before, you can't have nobody in your team that's trying to compete with you. You can't have no mentor that's trying to compete with you. That's trying to go dollar for dollar, chick for chick, car for car. Like your best friend can't be competing with you in aspects of life like that. It can't happen. It can't happen. You can't have your best friend competing with you or your mentor competing with you. And I say that to say this. Like it may be the best case scenario that Floyd Mayweather never mentored and never co-signed Wilder. Because Mayweather tried to take credit for what Wilder's done in his career. You know what I'm saying? Oh, without me, Wilder would have never made it this far. Without me, I told Wilder, really how to throw the jab and, how to move out here. Without me, Wilder wouldn't have got that knockout like that. Even when he trained Jalen Love in the fight. Oh, I got Jalen Love through this fight. When no other trainer got Jalen Love through this fight like I got him through this fight. It's all about him. You go to a Gervonta Tank Davis presser. It ain't never about Tank. He might say, yeah, it's about Tank tonight. But when I fought and I told Tank this all the time, I take my time. I use the jab. I go to the body. I come on. You know what I'm saying? You can't have nobody that's competing with you, but off the strength of it, to be honest, it wasn't even Mayweather's job to co-sign Deontay Wilder. To a certain extent, him being with PBC, you know what I'm saying? Him being with PBC, he was supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? He co-signed Errol Spence, not all the way, but he co-signed Errol Spence. Rasheed Times. Salute. He co-signed, Errol, but really, Errol really co-signed himself with Mayweather by giving him that good work in sparring. You know what I'm saying? That's really how his legend really came up. And obviously, he was one of the very few successful Olympians. He made it, to a couple rounds in there, and people say, oh, he got robbed or whatever. But really, it's supposed to be like Larry Holmes, Lennox, Lennox would do it. Evander did it, but guys like that should have co-signed him, like Vladimir Klitschko, but he still was competing at the time. But guys like Larry Holmes, and even though Larry probably would have contaminated Wilder because people just didn't like Larry Holmes because he had beat up on Muhammad Ali. But Michael Spinks and obviously as Muhammad Ali was alive, he probably would have been able to co-sign Wilder, and that's the biggest co-sign you can get in boxing. But George Foreman was supposed to co-sign him, and a lot of guys are supposed to get behind Deontay Wilder being the first reigning American heavyweight champion in a long time. They all should have been calling Wilder, giving him tips and showing him, inviting him to, oh, this how you throw the jab, or this how you do this. But then again, it comes this this Briton Canadian Lennox Lewis that's in the parking lot showing Wilder how to throw the jab faster. You know what I'm saying? How to throw the jab faster. Oh, how to do this and how you should be. This is Lennox Lewis doing this. This is an alien to our country doing this. It's not Foreman or Holmes or whatever the situation is, and it's sad. What about Luis Ortiz? He doesn't. Yeah, nobody talking about Ortiz, bro. Ortiz get cold signed by like Joel Casamar or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We talking about like the Black Americans. This is what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Nobody co-signing somebody that failed 3 drug tests now. But talk about Luis Ortiz. I'm talking about Wilder. He should but you really don't look for no handouts because you don't want to say nobody's responsible for your success in the sport of boxing. That's what it boiled down to. You want to say, oh, if it wasn't for Wilder co-sign or Mayweather co-signing Wilder, Wilder wouldn't have made it that far or this and that. But for Wilder, I don't really think that he was looking for handouts. Yeah, Dame Dash, he posted bail already, bro. He was released the same day. He paid all that shit up. I ain't getting into that, man. But shout out to the boxing plug, But at the end of the day, while Floyd should be really pushing all these young guys. Give me 1 minute. Floyd should be pushing all these young guys. And that's the fact, bro. It shouldn't even it shouldn't even come. I had to fix my screen. It shouldn't have really even come to that, bro. You know, he shouldn't even have to ask, bro. This is a dude that's the heavyweight champion of the world, bro. Like that's huge for America, and that's huge for the black people, man. Like when was the last American heavyweight champion before Deontay Wilder? Was it Chris Bird or some shit like that? So you just gotta really just think about it for a minute, man. Floyd Mayweather really should be the godfather of all these fighters, man. Floyd Mayweather should be the godfather. But I mean, shit, it's people that you think that's close to you that's ready to put a knife in your back, though. Real talk. It's people that you think cool with you, but as soon as you turn your back or as soon as you leave the room, they trying to get at your lady or they talking to Bobby behind your back or whatever like that. So that's a huge disease right then and there. You think people in your foxhole, they for you, but they not. But at least you know what? I'd rather somebody be like Floyd Mayweather and be like straight negative and just straight hateful to me. I'd rather you just show me your true colors. You know what I'm saying? Than trying to be cool and trying to be sneaky and acting like you for me and shit like that. Mayweather was out here, when he fought Ricky Hatton. Excuse me. He was out here begging. He was out here begging for people. Oh, the Americans should come out and support me. This is America, and they don't support me, and this and that. But then again, you run over here, you quick to co-sign Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Now it'd be different if Anthony Joshua was a prodigy. Anthony Joshua is garbage juice. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Anthony Joshua trash as hell, bro. Ever since Klitschko fight, he ain't been shit. Everybody want to just sit here and cross their fingers and root for him. If he beat Andy Ruiz or if he don't beat Andy Ruiz. I heard about Dillian White. I'm still waiting for the B sample. But if he beat Andy Ruiz, if he don't beat Andy Ruiz, I challenge any of these AJ suckers. You know what I'm saying? If he fight Fury, he fight Wilder. Motherfucker, if he fight Daniel Du Bois, bro, we can bet whatever you want to bet. 100, 500, 1,000, 1,500, $2,000. I ain't rich. I got just a little bit of money. I'm far from it. I got a little money. I'm that confident. And knowing me on this channel, I don't bet that often. Unless I know I'm going to win. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, anybody feeling froggy leave, but he go co-sign Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? He go co-sign Tyson Fury live on Showtime on a pay-per-view. Like I said, man, Floyd Mayweather is like one of the worst. He not the worst kind of motherfucker to have, but he like Floyd Mayweather, like he ain't no snake. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no snake. Sean salute, but I like dudes like Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they can't help but to show themselves. I hate dudes that's like sneaky and conniving. Like guys that act like they for you and you turn your back. You know what I'm saying? Them the type of guys I really hate. But Mayweather, he let you know where you stand with him. It took Broner a minute to catch on. He was a little bit slow. And Tank really realized it right now. But, Trey, salute. But Floyd Mayweather, he ain't gonna look at nobody. Frederick Floyd should manage Tony Harrison since they both. Man, Floyd ain't looking to help nobody, bro. He ain't looking to help nobody. Man, Dan Du Bois asleep, Anthony Joshua. Didn't he already knock him out? Didn't he already stretch him, bro? He already stretched him. He on the long list of dudes that had knocked AJ out. You see what he did to Povetkin? He was training for Anthony Joshua. He was training to fight Anthony Joshua. That motherfucking Du Bois Willie lumped Povetkin, man. Povetkin was looking like Martin when Tommy Hearns got done with him, dude. AJ ain't that good, bro. AJ ain't. I've been ever since the Klitschko fight, man. I gave him a pass versus the Calm, and Joseph Parker. I was ain't won it, but you know what I'm saying. But the Povetkin fight proved it to me. He ain't shit. Only reason I didn't pick Andy Ruiz because I just felt that they was gonna set that fight up. You know what I'm saying? But Ruiz went in there and did it. People talk about the boys, nigga. I ain't never seen no shit like this. People in the UK, you know what I'm saying, get off subject for a minute. They sit here and suck Joshua ball sack, but he ain't shit. He say some of the most gayest, questionable stuff of all time. You know what I'm saying? But you got a good fighter in Daniel Du Bois who's saying everything the right way. He moving the right way. You know, oh, Gorman might give him a problem, man. He stopped Gorman. They discredited Gorman after all of that. And then they just don't like the kid. For what? It's the boxing ain't no popularity contest. If you can fight, you can fight. It just seem like people in boxing co-signing dudes or getting behind dudes because they think they're cute. I really do think dudes like, I think these boxing dudes either racist, right? Yeah, I seen him. I did a video on Timothy Moulton about that. They either racist or they attracted to some of these fights. Ain't no two ways around it, bro. Ain't no two ways around it. Either they racist or they attracted to these fighters or they just don't like another fighter. Pick one. Pick one. It got to be one. It got to be one. And I'm kind of thinking most of these dudes is from Atlanta, if you catch my drift. Most of these dudes got some San Francisco in them, if you catch the new San Francisco. AJ is not the next best thing. It's not even close. Tyson Fury will smoke Anthony Joshua. The AGator, salute. Tyson Fury would smoke Anthony Joshua, bro. Anthony Joshua ain't the next best. Dude, this is a dude that just lost to Andy Ruiz. Most people barely had Andy Ruiz in their top 15. Come on, stop it, C-Dub. Stop it, bro. Stop playing with me, dog. No way you picking Anthony Joshua to beat Fury. No way. No way. No way in Jose. No way. I believe Luis Ortiz might be. I don't know about the last two fights. I ain't even gonna put. Depends when he show up Saturday night. Like he might end up clipping Wilder. Come on, he ain't beating Fury. Konauki will beat Anthony Joshua right now. You know what I'm saying? Konauki would smoke him. He'd have smoked him back when Andy Ruiz stopped him. I agree with that. See, Doug. Everybody always like America always got something against the South. The East to get along with the West to get along with the East and West to get along with the Midwest, but they'll never get along with the South and the Southwest. But everybody culture comes from the South, though. I never really got that before. We'll have to talk salute. I never really got that before. Everybody family pretty much came back. Ricky in the super chat. Appreciate the love, big homie. Everybody culture came from the South, though. Everybody got an auntie, a grandma, great grandparents that came from the South. Bessemer, Alabama, they came from somewhere, Augusta, Georgia, somewhere in Carolina. It's like, I don't get that, bruh. Oh, they country down there. But then again, you got niggas in New York City that was still in their grammar. Don't forget, man, I'm glad some people like a couple months ago put it out there. Like Bumpy Johnson and like Frank Lucas came there in New York and took over. You know what I'm saying? They came in there and took over, New York City. And people want to speak down on the South. I might just be joking about the South sometime, but I stayed in the South, man. And to be honest, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I would reside in the South. I would want to retire in the South, not Florida, but hey, or Mississippi, but I would have no problem moving back down to Atlanta or some parts of Georgia, or back, I've been to Carolina a couple times, going to Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere like that. I wouldn't have no problem end up retiring and enjoying my life down there. He said Pappy Mason was from Alabama, took over New York too. Yeah, I was watching a documentary. I've been to this. He worked that hit on that officer. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, everybody got roots from the South. People said broken grammar down there. That shit didn't bother me. They said I talk proper, but it is what it is. Everybody got roots from the South. It's Texas. Yeah, Texas, the South. They still putting dudes' necks in chains and dragging them and across Texas. That shit the South. It's the Southwest, but it's still the South. Technically, it was Mexico, but it's definitely the South. In my opinion. Ain't nobody going back from Cali to Arkansas, but it's cheaper. It's cheaper. You gotta pay. You gotta be able to pay to stay in Cali. I'm straight. I'll visit, but I ain't staying. I'll visit. Ain't no, it's beautiful and shit, but you got to work 3 or 4 jobs to survive in Cali for real. But Mayweather shouldn't be obligated to co-sign dudes. You know what I'm saying? But I can never like I can never he can never be my mentor. He said, you know what? It might be a lot of the NYC dudes are part of the Caribbean. Yeah, you know, but still, that motherfuckers like way south. But a lot of Jamaicans is, you know, it's a ton of like Jamaicans and Caribbean Haitians and shit in New York. Like, man, they got a lot of shops. You know, you go through Times Square, but they got a lot of shops in there, dude. You go down where you know, where the theater's at and like Juniors, I forget the name of the street. You go down there, the Jamaican guy, he got clothing shops. They got everything. And then you got the Arabs. You know, they got a few shops down there. So yeah, it's heavy, 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 heavy. You know, but you know, you know, my whole thing about the whole thing back on Code to close out with Wilder and Floyd, like I would just left it alone. You know, quite frankly, I would have left it alone. Yeah, so many homeless people, man. I don't know. People pay like 2,000 for one bedroom apartment. I was straight. Now I'd rather stay in Michigan for that. Yeah, I know how much there it is. I got people out there, you know. But at the end of the day, man, like Wilder, man, he should be blessed that Floyd Mayweather ain't try to. He should be blessed that Floyd Mayweather ain't tried to get at him. You know, you did it. You became popular on your own. You know, but one huge success to Floyd Mayweather, I mean to Wilder popularity. One huge success was the fact that he fought on free TV. Wilder would never be in the position he is in now without free TV. Was it NBC he was fighting on and whatever else that when he had fought a ton of fights on regular TV. That was the big and PBC still ain't picked up on that. Why is not only you know, but minimum wage is 17,000 Cali. That's like motherfucking that's like making $8 in Michigan. Real talk. That's like making $8 in Michigan. $17. It's a dude in the Bay Area. They minimum wage years ago was $15 an hour. He said he had to work 3 or 4 jobs just to make it. And that San Francisco, it's really went up since then. But but the whole little situation is, you know, they never really noticed that Wilder was able to build his profile up on regular TV. That's how Wilder became popular. No other fighter on Showtime did a million viewerships other than Wilder. How can you take a fighter? Let's just say Errol Spence, right? Errol Spence on Showtime did 400,000 with Kell Brook, whatever it was. That's because it was in like the middle of the day. In the summer start, the weather started to break on the East Coast in May, right? Errol Spence fought after the Olympic gold medal game for basketball. He did 6.5 million viewerships on NBC. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they lost the deal with CBS and or with PBC deal with NBC and NBC Sports and Spike and all that, right? They lost that deal. But Wilder took advantage of fighting on free TV. And that's why Wilder was able to carry his viewership over to Showtime. Nobody else carried their viewership over because Wilder had fought so much. And also, Wilder got knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Had Errol Spence was able to stay on fighting on PBC as the main event, even though he was pretty young back then, Errol Spence would have easily would have had a bigger fan base than what he got now. You know, was he able to sleep the way he was sleeping dudes early on? You know, him and Wilder should have did a lot of cards together because they would have been joint at the hip. They would have been able to do millions and millions of pay-per-views right now. But at the end of the day, Wilder was built up off of pay-per-view. That's what it was. I mean, off of free TV. That's what it was. Wilder was built up off of free TV. I did a video on Jacobs and Chavez. And if you stick around, I'll talk about it in Q&A. But it should be a video. It should be a video. No, I took it out the cards. But I heard some egos talking some shit about it on Twitter. I'll read it at the end. But at the end of the day, you know, PBC figured it out. Like Showtime really hurt. Really, Showtime really killed their viewership. And Wilder took advantage of fighting on PBC when it first got started. And not only did he take advantage, he stretched dudes. And when You know, if you got dudes that can stretch dudes, they must be on free TV. Emmanuel Figueroa, salute. Like Tank should be fighting on Fox. Like a lot of these dudes don't want to fight on free TV and be the undercard. Like, dude, I'm gonna play a clip real quick. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna play this clip and give me 1 minute. I'm gonna play this clip. I'm gonna play this clip if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it, but give me 1 second. And it's a very important clip right here. Here we go. Give me 1 minute. Play this clip real quick, and this is probably the realest shit this nigga done said, you know, in a long time.
And people don't know my deal with Terence, you know, I should have gotten more, but I wasn't greedy or picky. I was appreciative. These fighters today, there's been times where I fought fights. I say like this: if you want to cry and you want to cry, you want to complain, win all your fights. If you can't win all your fights, don't cry and complain. You take what we give you and be appreciative. Because I didn't cry and complain. When they said, Floyd, we can't afford to pay, I said, what you got? I said, we only got $10,000. I said, give it to me. Exactly what I said. I said, give it to me. Because I seen the bigger picture. It wasn't all about the money with me. I knew where I wanted to go to. I knew where I could get to. But nowadays, everybody I want the money like Mayweather. I want this, I want that. These fighters is making 6 and 7 figure paydays. And when we're talking about really on my level, not even close. When I was 17, I could have beat damn near every fight that's in boxing at 17. And when I was 112 or 125, I could probably beat every fighter in boxing. And today, they're throwing one shot. They throw one jab. They throw one hook. They try, oh, we're going to throw the Mayweather check hook. We're gonna go through the one jab to the body. Go back and look at me from the beginning. Don't look at Money Mayweather. Look at Pretty Boy Floyd. We talk about combinations. We talk about speed. We talk about agility. And we talking about power in both hands.
That was Floyd Mayweather interview that he did, man. And interesting about it is one of the reasons I chose to do a live today instead of tomorrow was that interview. That kind of convinced me, like, hey, I need to kind of like, you know, go live on this Wilder thing. But you know, with Wilder, with Floyd saying that, bro, that's real shit, man. This is something I've been preaching. You know, I had a guy in the comment section. You know, he was probably Errol Spence dick hugger, right? I had a guy in the comment section came in yesterday, you know, saying that saying, oh, it's all, the money, man. They don't care what you think, they just trying to get their money. Like Floyd Mayweather said. Mayweather said it just then and there. He said, Top Rank, basically they didn't have no money for me. He said, we only got 10. He said, I'll take it. He said, I seen the bigger picture. You know what the bigger picture was? Probably when Floyd's making 10,000, when De La Hoya's making 100,000, whatever. Floyd Mayweather fought like 14, 15, whatever it was, 12 times in a year. You go back to Floyd Mayweather BoxRec, and people say, oh, fighting 3 times a year, 4 times a year, it's too much. It's too much. It ain't too much if you know boxing. You're not going out there fighting killers every fucking you're not going out there fighting killers every damn fight. It's about staying sharp. But these dudes wanna they wanna salute Frederick. These dudes wanna stay here. They want to wait around, I'm going to wait around for the perfect fight. If Al don't offer me $1 million for this fight, I ain't taking the fight. You go back to Mayweather BoxRec. Everybody look at Money Mayweather, but they don't remember, Pretty Boy. 97, bro. Hold on, it's one of these years. Think 97, he fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He fought 10 times in 97. 10 times in 97, bro. He fought 7 times in 98. You know what I'm saying? In 2 years, he fought 17 fights. All right? If he would have doing what they was doing today, Mayweather would only have 30-something fights. Mayweather only had 30-something fights. This is how you build a foundation to be 50-0. You know what I'm saying? You're not fighting like you're not fighting Errol, Spence, and Crawford, and lipinets, a Danny Garcia, a Keith Thurman, the Sean Porter. You're not fighting all those dudes back to back, back to back. You know what I'm saying? You do that while you young. You young to stay active. You can't supplement a real fight. You can't supplement no real. It don't matter who they was. It don't matter who they was. That's the problem. Did anybody go back and say who was Sugar Ray Leonard's first 20 fights? It might be some good ones though. But anybody go back and say, oh, who did Marvin Hagler fight in the first? All the motherfuckers see is he got like 70 fucking fights. That's all that matters. It don't matter who they was. The nigga was in his 97. He turned pro in 96. That was his second career fight. He's fighting on the undercards. He's fighting in ballrooms. He was fighting in crack houses if he had to. The difference. Even though he had to nickel and dime his way to the top, guess what? He learned. Hey, jab got to be better in this fight. He learned something. You learned something from fighting them journeyman type dudes. All these dudes now want to do a spar. They want to try to hurt each other in sparring. You don't win sparring. You know what I'm saying? You don't win sparring. A fight is way less at that level. A fight is way less dangerous than a sparring match. Nigga, I don't know the fuck he fought. You want me to really go back and read all the dudes that he fought, bro? Bobby Gilbert, Keno Rodriguez, Larry O'Shields, Jesus Chavez, Louis Leja, okay, Felipe Garcia, Angelo Nunes, Hector Arroyo, Samuel Gerard, Miguel Melo, Gustavo Fabian Calelo, Tony Pep, Giordano, 98, excuse me, I went a little bit too far. Jerry Cooper, Egner Alea, Keno Rodriguez, and other dudes I named besides, Jesus Chavez. I don't know, end at Angelo Nunes. And then in 98, he fought Hector Arroyo, Samuel Gillard, Miguel Melo, Gustav Fabian Kello, Tony Pep. And then he got a title shot versus Giordano Hernandez. Then he got a title defense 2 months later versus Angel Manfredi. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker won the title, and then 2 months later, he fought Angel Manfredi. Check that out, 704 Joe. He won the title, and 2 months later, he defended it. These niggas won a title today. They ain't coming back until they fight for a title. This November? They ain't coming back till next November to defend their title. You know what I'm saying? That's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? Without those 17 fights, if he do what they did today and fought 2 or 3 times, nigga Mayweather only had 30-something fights. When you young, you supposed to try to hop on everybody's shit. It's kind of like being a new artist. I was listening to a T-Pain interview. He was talking about how he lost $23 million and went broke at one point in his career. He was like, I worked hard for that $23 million. You know what I'm saying? He said, I was trying to be on everybody's song. I was trying to do every feature that I could. That's how you supposed to be. You supposed to hop on anybody's shit. Now you got prospects saying, oh, I ain't fighting for 10,000. Well, I ain't fighting for 15,000. But like Mayweather said, I seen the bigger picture. Guess who else fought like that? Guess who else followed that blueprint? This is why this video is important. Deontay Wilder did the same fucking thing, dog. He did the same thing, bro. When you forced to do something, you got to go out there and catch the bus to that minimum wage job. That make you hungry, dog. You know what I'm saying? But if you get dropped off to a good job and you content, that's why I don't think it's good for people to have easy jobs. Everybody should have a hard job at one point in their life. So it reminds you when you get in position to have a good job. People that had a good job from the beginning, hey, they might be more mature enough to keep it. You know what I'm saying? And ride it out. That's cool. But I think everybody should have a bullshit job and know how it is to work from the bottom to the top. And Mayweather had a bullshit job. He was fighting behind De La Hoya. He was fighting behind a lot of dudes. Mayweather was on the Z team with Bob Arum. Richard Nixon, salute. Sean Johnson, salute. Roy Jones, that was his fucking fault. I mean, you're talking about as far as he was active, but that was Roy Jones' daddy fought that he didn't want him to fight better competition. Roy Jones could have been fought better competition, but That's another story for another day. But you get better by fighting. You don't get better by just sparring. You got to fight somebody. And Mayweather was in prime shape too. Mayweather won a title and defended it 2 months later. Who doing that? You got the when you young like that, man. When you 20 years old or you like Tank. Tank should be fighting on everybody card. Tank should be fighting on everybody card. Tank should have been on the Pacquiao Thurman card. He should have came back and been on the Wilder card. He should have came back and been on Danny Garcia card on January 25th. He should come back and be back on the Pacquiao Mikey card in April. Like, come on. He said, if you move to Detroit, I'm willing to pay $1,400. Man, you can rent 2 houses for $1,400, nigga. Shit, my daddy mortgage ain't even. It ain't even. It's only $400 of that. If your credit good, your credit gotta be shit. $1,400, man. Man. You can live in a big bird for $1,400. I live in the hood. That shit don't bother me. They got the shooting today. I'm like, shit. I got to move. I can move easy too. But really, nobody want to pick up and move, switch schools, and job routes different. But sometimes when it's time to go, it's time to go. That's just what it is. But like I said before, like Mayweather said, everything is being given to him, and that's Al Haymon for it, bro. You should move to Texas. Nah, too hot for me. I've been in Texas before. One of my dorm mates, he was from El Paso. Yep, I'm straight. Texas, Mississippi, you can keep that shit. I ain't never been to Arkansas, I don't think. I stay in Alabama. I stay on the west side. I never stay on the east side. Never. I hate going to the east side. Niggas be itching and shit. You go east. If I go to the east side, like I'd never go to the east side. I don't go to Capers and none of that. I don't have no business over there. Nah, Mick Conlon, Shakir Stevenson about to drop that belt and they gonna give it to Mick Conlon. I tell you exactly what that is. That's what's gonna happen with that shit. It ain't no snowstorm, nigga. It's warm today. Shit. It's raining, nigga. All the snow, man. It been warm this week. Shit crazy. Ain't Oscar De La Hoya from East LA? But other than that, Mayweather speaking some facts, but we've been on 40 minutes. Talk about Errol Spence real quick. Well, I ain't gonna be real quick, but talk about Errol Spence. Talking about Errol Spence. Pull up the article. Give me 1 minute. Trying to see if I can find it. Okay, this is where it is. Sergey Lipinets and Qdoba, who just beat Luis Collazo, is what we call them. They said that they is gonna fight on the Wilder Fury undercard February 22nd. All right. If you didn't know, Wilder win this weekend. Wilder and Fury is fighting February 22nd. T-Mobile Arena, I think it is. But they said, according to sources, the fight is being eyed for the fight, as I said, Qdoba and Lipinets. I say Qdoba because I can't pronounce his name. From Top Rank, who just beat Luis Collazo, is being eyed for a place on the undercard. A rumored February 22nd rematch between unbeaten heavyweights Fury and Wilder and Fury. All a full announcement on the heavyweight titles and his fight is entirely dependent upon Wilder's Alabama's Wilder prevailing in another rematch as he faces Miami-based Cuban southpaw Luis Ortiz, 31-1, 26 KOs, and 2 no contests this weekend in Las Vegas. Okay. Putting together a heavyweight fight puts long bitter. Okay, I don't care about that shit. Well, putting together a heavyweight fight put the long bitter rivals, PBC creator Al Haymon and top ranked founder chairman Bob Arum in the same room, which also applies for the welterweight fight and play. Lipinets is advised by Haymon in the Uzbekistan Qdoba 17-0 and 9 knockouts fights under the top ranked battle, tentatively given the February 22nd show 2 such matchups pitting 2 boxer powerhouses on opposite sides. The stakes for which Lipinets and Qdoba will fight for are still being established contingent upon another external factor, the recovery process and confirmed ring return of unbeaten and unified welterweight title is Errol Spence. Qdoba is the mandatory challenger. The IBF welterweight title, one of two belts currently Spence possession. Unbeaten 26-year-old challenger was prepared to take a stay busy fight while Spence recovered from his physical injury sustained and any emotional trauma experienced from a single car crash this past October in downtown Dallas near hometown of DeSoto, Texas. Given the circumstances, the IBF granted Qdoba, who was coming off a points win over former titleist Luis Collazo in October, the opportunity to take an interim fight, a practice not normally afforded to a mandatory challenger in the weight. It appears now as if it could be fighting for the interim title, if not the full version should the title be declared vacant in the coming weeks. Okay, Lipinets fits into the picture as the next highest rated contender. The no nonsense former 140-pound titleist from Kazakhstan, who now lives and trains in California, has sought to make his way back to the title scene, never losing his strap in the 12-round decision to Mikey last March. I know it was just last year. 3 wins have followed, including a 10th round knockout of former two division title claimant Lamont Peterson in the Fight of the Year level war this past March, since followed with a 2-round wipeout of Jarwin Insasan in late replacement for ill John Lennon Jr. this past July in Las Vegas, Nevada. That was on the Thurman and Pacquiao undercard. So at the end of the day, and I have only seen the IBF intern title in recent memory once, and that's when Uzatagi held it. Okay, and then James DeGale, he just vacated the belt. So at the end of the day, like I said before, people don't want to believe me. Like I said, you got people that go to the fight. This is real shit. Listen to me real quick. You got people that go to the fight. You got people that live in the same town as some of these fighters that don't know the stuff that I know. Okay, that's being honest. I don't have to go to the fight. Why do I need to go to the fight? And I know everything that's going on that I need to go on. Now, some stuff that I don't know, but to be honest, I politic and I talk to the right people. What A say in Acito or AZ say in Paid in Full? He said his girl said, "You born? How am I born? I go to the club, I talk to the people I need to talk to, and I leave. That's just how I go. I talk to people I talk to. We kick it. How your family doing? Blase blah. Everything good. Whoop de whoop. Boom boom. We talk business, and it's over with. Oh shit. Boom boom boom. I heard this gonna happen. Boom boom boom. Who told you about Mikey and Manny Pacquiao? Who said that shit first? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanna bite off my content though. That's the crazy shit about it. And I used to think I was just like tripping. I was like paranoid or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, man, I'm tripping, man. I'm like, I'm tripping. Like these dudes ain't copying my content. But I look at the timelines. Oh, he dropped the video 2 hours ago. I dropped the video 24 hours ago. Oh, he dropped the video 8 hours ago. I dropped the video 12 hours ago. And I should start paying attention. And like a lot of these dudes be copying my channel but not paying homage. That's crazy though, because if Ego come out with a video, hey man, shout out to Ego, man, he broke this story, or Boxing Scene broke this story, or whoever it may be, oh shout out to 7-8 for Deontay Wilder, shit. You know what I'm saying? I told you niggas when they was out there saying, oh, Danny Garcia and Mikey is in the running for the Pacquiao fight. Who told you? I said, man, that's smoke and mirrors. Man, I said this weeks ago that Manny Pacquiao agreed to fight Mikey Garcia. I said that. I said I was the first person to say it. Not the Boxer Boys. No disrespect to them. Not Baby Mama Boy. Not 78. Not none of these niggas. I said that shit first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. I said it first. And I see a lot of these niggas, man, with 200,000, 170,000, 170,000 subscribers acting like they came up with it, nigga. Like, they can't even give you a 10-minute, 15, 20-minute video on it. They can't. Because they don't know all the particulars and shit. They see me, oh yeah, I heard my man's told me and this guy told me do so. Now, like, come on, bro. Like, just keep it real. Just keep it real. But at the end of the day, they planning on some contingency plans for Errol Spence. Like, what's homeboy say? It's Mikey, bro. I've been telling y'all that for years. It's Danny Garcia. Daddy said he come back January 25th. Mikey Garcia been had that fight on lock. He been had the fight on lock. When you seen Danny Garcia hop in the ring after the Errol Spence fight, That's how you knew Mikey and Manny was fighting next. That's how I told y'all, nigga. I told y'all. I said it first. I was like, damn, Mikey, because Mikey could have went to Top Rank and fought Tune Up, Loma, and Terence, and the last two on pay per view, Terence and Loma and Terence, right? But and about the Canelo story too. I said nigga talk about the Canelo story this morning. I go say his name because I really can really air him out if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that. Banco salute. But you know, but I like the Canelo story, man. Like I had so many people check in and tell me that's so true about the Mexicans in Mexico turning on Canelo. You know, but that is what it is. But yeah, this being discussed that Errol Spence gonna drop them belts. And people talking about what Sulaiman said that he gonna be. Do you believe what Sulaiman saying, bro? They gonna tell Sulaiman he gonna be okay. If if and I ain't seen nobody do a video on this. Maybe a couple people did a video. I'm pretty sure the Errol Spence fanatic crew did a video on this. Oh, Mauricio Sulaiman, say Errol Spence is gonna be okay. Mauricio Sulaiman, they said he gonna be okay. Natasha Salute. Mauricio Sulaiman, I did a video on it yesterday, bro. I checked the last live stream on it though. But Mauricio Sulaiman, where I went to Q&A, I'll talk about it. Mauricio Sulaiman said Errol Spence gonna be okay. I ain't listened to nobody's video, but I know what they say. Mauricio Sulaiman said Errol Spence still on track. If Errol Spence was still on track, wouldn't Errol Spence and Danny Garcia be fighting January 25th? Real talk. Wouldn't Danny Garcia and Errol Spence be fighting January 25th? If Errol Spence was on track to fight, use your brain. What R. Kelly say? Use your common sense. If he was on track, he would be fighting January 26th versus Danny Garcia. Then they sat there and lied. Karate body salute. They sat there and lied and said, oh, he's still going to fight January 25th. And I ain't going to say who was saying he still was going to fight January 25th. And I ain't going to tell nobody who really put the real business out there. If I say people's names, then they won't trust me. But I'm not gonna say who was putting propaganda out there and who was kind of putting what was close to the truth going on out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna speak on it. But at the end of the day, I thought Errol Spence was good. Contrary to what I seen with my eyes, and somebody fly through a car window, they not good. But they were saying, oh, he was good. And I started to catch on, like, damn, he put an old picture up, and somebody did a video on, I'm not saying no names today. Somebody did a video, oh, Errol Spence posted a picture. I'm like, that shit old. You know what I'm saying? And, then I politics with somebody else, oh, the nigga ain't good, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else was telling me, like, yeah, Sam said, oh, I said nigga name. But somebody else telling me, like, hey man, he said he good, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, that nigga ain't good, bro. Not from what I heard. And then at the end of the day, eventually came out. And they talking about making him the Emirates champion. Mikey Garcia is the Emirates champion at 35. And I heard he might drop both the belts. So it's in discussions. They chopping it up the next few weeks. So Lipinets and so Top Rank and PBC gonna be doing 2 fights together if Wilder get past this weekend. So like I said, if Errol Spence was on track to fight, he would be fighting. You know what I'm saying? If he was on track to fight January 25th, then he'll be on track to fight. So the real problem is this: he got 2 mandatories, bro. He got a WBC mandatory, which they can pay to step aside, and then he got an IBF mandatory. But what if he don't want to come back? And what make it more difficult if Lipinets beat this guy from Top Rank, the Qdoba guy, Lipinets can really knock Errol Spence's teeth back out. He a puncher. You know what I'm saying? And Danny Garcia punches. So he, like anybody saying, oh, Errol Spence didn't lose or Errol Spence is still nigga. That nigga ain't okay. He flew out a car window. Look at his hands. They look at his face. They photoshopped some of that shit, I heard. And right now they in discussions to drop the belt. And what's so funny is Ronnie Boy Fresh, he called that shit from the beginning. He said he gonna drop them belts. And I'm not saying that this was a planned distraction, but this is the perfect way to escape the 147-pound division and not get the flack for fighting Terence Crawford. This the perfect flack about it, bro. This is a perfect slide. This the perfect slide because I was looking at the article from Sulaiman, and I seen somebody. I know somebody today who had eyes on Sulaiman at the fight, right? And I was like, you gonna talk to him, whatever? And I guess they was waiting to talk to him. I haven't spoken to the person. I haven't spoken to her about it. You know what I'm saying? But they had eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, they already progressing the division. So I know Bob and Al working on 2 fights together. Qdoba and Lipinets and Fury and Wilder. Now if Wilder go down Saturday, all that shit off. I'm going to the movie theater to see Wilder and Ortiz, man. If I don't go to the movie theater, then I buy it. I might cave and buy it, but more than likely I would go to the movie theater and catch it. Leo just told Gary Russell got to move to 30 for the fight to happen. Do the ho. Man, I can tell I got something on him today too. I say because I ain't wasting my breath on doing the video. I wasn't even gonna talk about that nigga. But what's so funny? I just seen the Mexicans, man. I'm sorry, bro. Some of y'all Mexican American fans, dog. Oh my god, they get on my nerves. He said Ryan first said Loma fighting for undisputed against T.O. and Comey fight beware. He is fighting. They still calling it undisputed. He ain't lying. No, it ain't just David Fatal. That wasn't just him. You got Marquez over there. And why you talk? Well, you just want to talk about Canelo. Nobody talk about him. But if you just want to talk about Canelo, this came from a random. I ain't gonna say a random person, but this come from an ordinary person, bro. Okay, he was like, bro, he said either way, he said, bro, I mess with Canelo. My people in Mexico have been telling me everyone is against him and think he rigged. I just seen your live stream. In Mexico, all Canelo fights are free for everyone, even over there. Tired of his shit. The only people supporting Canelo, bitch ass, are cheating ass, ducking ass, are people who don't know boxing or racist motherfuckers, man. Racist MFers who want him to win because he Mexican. In Mexico, anytime a Mexican champ fight, it is free. Did you know that? No, I did not know that. Yeah, bro, I got a homie who goes just to watch the fights. Well, that's getting personal. Over there, when Mexican champ fight, everyone watches. Literally everyone. They make good money off of that. Okay, so like, hey, that. I mean, this somebody, not an insider. This somebody that seen my stream was like, and said the same thing. But back to Errol Spence. Okay, it's when he vacate. I mean, I'm just when he vacate, I just want to see what the twist gonna be. Seriously, if he vacate, what the twist gonna be? I just want to know. When he vacate, what's the twist gonna be? What you gonna talk about? All these dudes that just talk about Earl, they channel based on. They can say, "Oh, you talk about Earl all the time." Hey, my channel ain't based off Earl Spence. If Earl don't throw another punch, my channel it ain't gonna matter. Then what? Oh, Devin Haney. Oh, then we gonna talk about Wilder. Then we go, hey, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But now you got a situation where all of a sudden Al and Bob make 2 fights. Al and Bob make 2 fights, but they never can make Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. How is that? Qdoba and Lipias ain't even with the purse bid. Usually, if he go to purse bid, it was kind of like, oh, we couldn't make a fight happen. We couldn't make a fight happen. Bob Aaron was being difficult. Oh, Al Haymon was asking for, too much money for Lipias. These niggas then made 2 of the most smoothest fights happen. This fight was made more smoother than anything the Zone and Top Rank did together this year. Real talk. This fight was made more smoother than anything Top Rank in the Zone, and they pretty much getting the job done. You ain't hear nothing about this in the media. You ain't hear nothing about this behind the scenes. It ain't go to purse bid. It wasn't threatened to go to purse bid or no shit like that. All of a sudden, Al and Bob just make 2 fights perfectly, nigga. They made the perfect ham sandwich. Just enough mayo on there. Great, perfect amount of mayo. Perfect amount of lettuce. Perfect amount of tomatoes. It got the deli right off the motherfucking ham, honey ham sliced on your bread right then and there. On the bruschetta bun. You know what I'm saying? Lightly crisp. You know, just with the light cheese, you right cheese you like, pepper jack, provolone, Swiss, whatever you like. It was the perfect sandwich. And they put the toothpick and pickle on top. And they put the pickles on top. I don't eat ham. I'm just saying it was the perfect ham sandwich. It was the perfect honey ham sandwich. He said those fights make no. Man, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford don't make no money compared to Mayweather and Canelo and AJ. What you talking about? Wilder and Fury, they talking about 1-2 million pay-per-views. Ain't no history of boxing has somebody say Errol Spence and Terence Crawford do 1 or 2 million pay-per-views. And if you said you was lying, come on. If Fox and ESPN can come together to do Errol Spence and Tyson Fury and put money up, come on. What you talking about? It don't make no money. Nigga, what it boiled down to is Al Haymon and Terence Errol Spence knew what time it was. Dude, Errol Spence never wanted to fight. He told y'all out his mouth to fight tough. I want to get 3 belts. I want 60-40. But he out here giving 50-50 to niggas like Sean Porter. Shut the front door. It ain't no golden gooses, dude. Terence Crawford ain't no golden goose to no top rank. Errol Spence never wanted to fight. Errol Spence said it over and over and over again. And y'all just ignore it. Y'all just ignore it. Floyd Mayweather said, we ain't doing this fight right now. Errol Spence went on Trill Boxing Talk. I ain't fighting Terence Crawford. I want 100 to nothing. I want 60-40. I'm going to go the easy route. I'm gonna get the easy belt first, Sean Porter. If the easy belt was Sean Porter, what's the bud belt? That's doomsday. So they can come together with no sneaky, no conniving, no backstabbing. They can make 2 fights like that. They can make 2 fights like that. Like bam, bam. You ain't hear nobody sneak dissing. You ain't hear nobody taking shots under the table. They came together and made a top-ranked PBC main event and co-main event on pay-per-view. Fox and ESPN made a pay-per-view. It wasn't no backstabbing. It wasn't no throwing Fury under the table. Fury came on Fox in the WWE debut. Wasn't none of that. All of a sudden, when it came to Errol Spence, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford's a nobody, and I'm gonna get Sean Porter the easy belt. I want 100 to nothing versus Terence Crawford. I want the fight to be on Pluto. Matter of fact, I want it to be on Saturn so we can box and we can see the rings disappear around Saturn, and Errol and Terence Crawford can't have no water in this corner. He got to fight me with 12 rounds with no water. He can't have Bomac. He can't have Bomac in this corner. He can't wear the Under Armour shoes he want to wear. Matter of fact, he got to come in there wearing 18-ounce gloves for me to fight him. I want 100 to nothing split. He gets nothing. He gets nothing. He gets nothing. And if I lose, I still get to keep my belts. Come on, man. Come on, y'all niggas. A lot of y'all be worse than AJ fans. One thing you can say about me, I'm consistent. Come on. They can come together and make 2 fights that quickly. Who making videos about that? You ain't hear no shots fired. Behind the scenes, I ain't hear nothing about Bob, was saying I was trying to play him. They came together and made a fight card, a PVC, a co-main, and a pay-per-view main event. Like that. But all of a sudden, they couldn't make Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. That would have took less money to make. It would have took less money to make. Money Pile, the third up. He just took an L. He just took an L to Von Alexander. Von a grown man, though. Errol Spence the golden goose, bro. You just brainwashed, dog. He said all this questionable shit. All this, you talking about the golden goose. Nigga, Terence Crawford will smoke him. I've been telling y'all, Errol Spence can't fight. Sean Porter exposed that, bro. I ain't gonna say he can't fight, he can't box. I've been saying it, bro. I've been saying it. Floyd and Al know what time it is. And this was the perfect distraction to make for, oh, he got a car accident. All of a sudden, we can make 2 fights together. All of a sudden, Bob Arum was the devil, and Bob Arum wasn't good for boxing, and Al Haymon don't need to send fighter. All of a sudden, Al Haymon sending 2 fighters over there. He wouldn't send Al wouldn't send Lipinets to fight Terence. He wouldn't send Ugas to fight Terence. He wouldn't send Josito Lopez to fight Terence. He gave Keith Thurman Pacquiao not to fight Terence. All of a sudden, Lipinets would just go waltz over there. Fury don't sell shit. Get the hell up out of here. Fury don't sell shit. What Fury sell? How many people was at Fury fight in Vegas? Fury don't sell shit. Fury don't sell shit. Only thing that sell Fury and Wilder was To This Day. That's what sold it. Fury don't sell shit. Fuck up out of here. Tell me how many people was talking about Fury and Otto Wallin, nigga. Come on. You at the cubicle on your job, or you at the water fountain, whatever. Who was talking about Fury and Wallin? Nobody got into watching no ESPN Plus for no damn Tyson Fury. Fury don't sell shit. I remember Fury couldn't buy a fan about 5-6 years ago. ESPN think different because he white. Because he white. That's why he got that deal. Because he white. That's the only thing that matter about it. They get tickets away to every fight. That's nothing new, bro. Every fight. Errol Spence and Sean Porter, they comped, I know for a fact they comped 5,000 tickets. At least. They comped 5,000 tickets. They did 16,000. They only sold 8,000 tickets. Fury ain't no big ticket pool. Fuck up out of here. I give a fuck about no Fury in America. I ain't watching those. I'm going home to watch Tyson Fury fight. They said no one in the UK probably ever neither. Tell me when Tyson Fury filled up an arena. Bud filled up his hometown arena. Has Tyson Fury ever did that? Has he ever filled up an arena in the UK? Nobody care about no Tyson Fury. Fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. He ain't even selling out at home, bro. He beat Vladimir Klitschko and everybody tend to forget it. Before, when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, his highlight of his career was getting knocked down by Steve Cunningham, bro. Stop playing with me. Y'all trying to treat me like I'm one of these YouTube dudes that don't know shit. I ain't say he was the best fighter of all time. He better than Errol Spence. And Errol Spence feel the same way. I'm telling y'all niggas that, man. I said it when the day I found out Errol Spence was ducking him, I kept it 100. I could have just kept pushing the propaganda. Never said he was the best. He better than Errol Spence. Before the accident, after the accident, before Teddy Pendergrass, when Teddy Pendergrass was walking, and when he was in the wheelchair, he was better than him. Didn't matter. I don't know if he can improve Maurice Hooker. That's a good question. He should. I mean, it's just not Bomac. They got a whole team of trainers over there. Bomac the mouthpiece, but that whole team deserves credit. Crawford helped train trainers, the little Mexican guy and the other black guy. Won't even what it don't matter if they do promote him or don't promote him. What does it matter? What does it matter? If you want to fight the best, you saying you the best, you saying this strap season, fight him then. They didn't promote Sean Porter. He fought Sean Porter. Come on. They promote Sean. How many pay-per-views Angel Santos Salute? How many pay-per-views he did with Errol Sean Porter? Nigga, they never released them. They never released them. They never released them. I don't care about dislikes, dude. I don't even look at dislikes, bro. That's the difference. People hide their dislikes and likes. Nigga, you won't like it or dislike it, dude. Don't really care, dude. I'm thorough, dog, regardless. So what if he flopped? Errol Spence flopped. How many did him and Sean Porter sell, bro? They did under 10,000 fucking paper. They did under 10,000. They did under 10,000 fucking attendance. They only sold like 8,000 tickets, bro. Ain't that a flop? Be killing me with that, nigga. Oh, AJ making this and Errol Spence making that and this and that. At the end of the day, that money, the pay-per-view sales, they can't save your ass. They can't save you. They can't save you when you're going into that backyard. They can't save you. I was talking about today. He said, "Man, I'm tired of doing Errol. I used to. I hate talking about Errol Spence videos because of the fans. I'm like, I love that shit. I love trolling them. I love posting stuff on social media. It didn't do no 300,000 pay per views. That's all cap. All cap, Mr. Martin. All cap. All cap. Didn't do 300,000. It didn't do 350,000. That's the biggest lie. Niggas behind the scenes laughing at you when you say stuff, stupid shit like that. It did not do 300,000, nigga. How you do 300,000 and not 10,000 people show up to your how you hide them? It's in the settings, I believe. You go to your settings to hide them. You could just Google it. It'll show you how to hide them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you gonna like it or dislike it. I appreciate you should come and hitting the dislike, but I look at shit a little bit different. I look at people a little bit different. If you hate it, you hate it. I mean, I'm touching the nerve. I love touching people's nerve. When I play football, I talk cash shit. When I play Madden, I talk cash shit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm losing by 50, I'm talking cash shit. I'm getting personal. We might end up scrapping. It is what it is. I'm a professional trash talker. That's what I do. You know, growing up, that's what I did. We played the dozens, cap, whatever you want to call it. That's all we did all day. Dion, salute. That's all we did all day. That shit don't bother me. People so sensitive on here and shit like that. Niggas be killing me. Oh, Errol Spence and that nigga dropping the IBF. I just got that today. I just got that now. You heard my phone go zzz. Nigga say, oh, Errol dropping the IBF too. Laugh out loud. What y'all gonna say when it's vacation season? What's gonna be the new thing, bruh? He got to start all the way back over at 54. He going to start like being a Haymon, fighting guys, smaller guys, and building it. He gonna be on the Danny Jacobs, Anthony Darrell comeback trail. But the difference is they had terminal illnesses. His terminal illness was getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? His terminal illness was getting drunk and getting behind the wheel. Now, had that been Crawford, had it been Canelo, had it been Wilder, had it been whoever it was, anybody, me, you, Bill, Mr. Martin, C-Dub, niggas would have been killing us for driving, drinking, and driving. Niggas would have been killing us for drinking and driving. Now, not only did Errol Spence mess up an opportunity to fight Pacquiao at the end of the year, now who he fighting, nigga? This nigga got to fight AA. He got to fight a DWI, Q-tip. He got to fight pain. He got to take painkillers. You know what I'm saying? He got to build his strength back up. Then he got to get his weight back. Like, nigga got a long comeback trail. Nigga talking about the spring. Come back in the spring if you want to. He gonna get sprung right back on your ass. RB Davidson, salute. And they gonna have an excuse for him. But you know why people, every little bit of Errol Spence news come out? You know, I got Call of Duty. But you got Xbox and Play. I heard you can play on Xbox and PlayStation. I'm about to renew my gold tonight. I got Call of Duty like a motherfucker. Email me. I'm about to get on tonight for sure. And I'm gonna turn on my Sega Genesis Classic. But you know, at the end of the day, these people want to sit here and they want to sit here and be, oh, you know, every little Errol Spence news and yeah, Sulaiman said he come back. Sulaiman just lied a week ago. He lied before he said that. I'm going to the movies to watch it. If I don't go to the movies and watch it, I'll order the pay-per-view. Saturday, I got some shopping to do, so yeah, I'll go to the movies and watch it. Go to the movies and watch it. I was gonna go to Joe Dumars and take Lil Neff to go hoop, but we'll probably go next week because I want to go skating Saturday. I ain't skating in a long time. I might rent out the little skating arena for a minute. It ain't that much. The really salute, Mr. 21 Strong. Spencer will probably need a year to recover. I mean, I don't care what he need to recover. I don't give a shit about his boxing situation. Hopefully, hopefully he get better. Hopefully he invested his money right way, which he has. And my boxing thing is over with for him. Maybe he build himself back up and he fights somebody big down the line. Credit to him, but the fight I want to see him in was with Spence. With Crawford, and that's gone. So the division is just not as appealing to me no more. People say, I heard somebody made a live today. I ain't watching. Banco talk helped me on Twitter. He really made a live about saying, Sean is ducking Terence Crawford, and it was Terence Crawford ducking Sean. And what's so funny today, I just say I heard something from Sean Porter Kemp, right? And there was nothing about Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about, oh, we want to fight Terence Crawford. Oh, Terence Crawford ducking us. You see how certain dudes, Will Slew, you see how certain dudes create their own narrative? Oh, Sean Duck. Nah, they ain't got nothing to grab on with Errol now. So now it's about tearing down Terence Crawford and fighting. But what they don't know is Sean Porter was offered a Crawford fight. Keith Thurman was offered a Crawford fight. Danny Garcia was offered a Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? All them dudes was offered to fight. Only guy I know that probably wasn't offered to fight was Ugas and maybe Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? All them niggas was offered that smoke. All of them could have got that smoke. But now people want to create false narrative. You know why they got to create false narrative? Because one, they don't have no subject matter. Two, their brains, they don't have nothing to talk about. You know, they don't have nothing to talk about. Errol Spence gone. These niggas like they need their crack rock. Like Pookie from New Jack. I need something to talk about. I need something to talk about. I need something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if they just tore down Keith Thurman versus Pacquiao. Oh, Keith this and F Keith Thurman and Keith this and I'm pulling for Pacquiao after all the stuff Pacquiao and his fans took the black box community through before all that LDBC stuff. When all these racists in the comment sections and calling people spear chuckers and black bootlicker and all that. They forgot all of that and they started capping for the black box community, the LDBC. They started endorsing Manny Pacquiao. Oh, but they calling people like me coons though. You know what I'm saying? They calling me a raccoon though. But you the one that sat there and endorsed Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And then Manny Pacquiao, good shit, Will. He called his dog Thurman. He named Thurman after a dog. Imagine if Pacquiao whooped on Errol Spence and called Errol Spence a dog and named his dog Errol. That nigga be going crazy. Thomas More, it'd be Fred to be like, see, this is what Malcolm X was talking about. Malcolm X was talking about how they keep the black men and then they name us a dog to seem that we depended on eating out of our bowls. See, this is why I drive down MLK Boulevard, because Malcolm had a dream where no black man will be called a dog by a Filipino man. Okay, I had a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? You're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? When it came to keep the man, like I said, man, that's another reason I woke up, man. When I seen them the way they did World Breaker, how did I say them? I would never roll with them. A lot of them, some of them, I'm still not. That wasn't involved. We cool. I'm cool with a few dudes over there still, but them in particular, some of them like nah, bro. But that Keith Thurman thing, bro, that was disgusting. That Keith Thurman thing was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. This supposed to be, they supposed to be Black Panthers over there for the box community. Okay, I can see if you was black, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga, like my sweatpants black, like Midnight black, and you endorsing every black American fighter that you want to. You ain't going against the grain on them. I feel it then I get it. Then I understand when you could twist the narrative to support the black fighter. You can twist the narrative to support the. I'm gonna hit him up, man. I haven't got a chance to. I've been real busy. But you twist the narrative to support the black. I get it. Then I'm cool with it. When Fred was doing that, and everybody was talking about, I'm not gonna support Fred no more. I'm unsubscribing for Fred. I said, I see what Fred doing. I ain't tripping on it. I defended him. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start tearing down other black fighters, then how can you be Midnight Black? How can you change the narrative? Now you just change the narrative when it's convenient for one of your favorite fighters, when it's convenient for your platform, then I can't support it no more. I can't support it no more. Hold on. All right, who playing tonight? Oh, the Colts and Texans? Okay. I gotta find my remote. I feel like Thurman more a dude than a lot of. Yeah, he is, bro. You seen the video when he was with the Hebrew Israelites. But you can't change the narrative. If you change the narrative for it to be pro-black, I get it. I understand it. Cool. Because you got like El Jefe. I ain't saying El Jefe to be exact, but you got hardcore Canelo fans that's going to change the narrative to support Canelo. I understand when I go to a Mexican channel, I know what I'm gonna get. Or a Pro Canelo channel, I know what I'm gonna get. No matter if it's rain, sleet, snow, sunny, or it's ice on the ground, or it's hailing, I know what I'm gonna get. But then again, you pro black, but then out of all the race bait things they can talk about, oh, look how they did Errol Spence, or look how they made Errol Spence crawl to the ring, or look how they called Errol Spence an ape on Wikipedia. But nobody made a video about none of them niggas made a video destroying Manny Pacquiao for naming his dog Keith Thurman. None of them did. Facts. There's no racism like it was back in the day. Exactly. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Pick a lane and stick with it. Pick a lane and stick with it. If you're gonna be pro black, we'll be pro black. Now, if you got an Uncle Ruckus in the game, then you got to hang the Uncle Ruckus out. You know what I'm saying? But they do what they want to change the narrative. When they ain't got nothing to talk about, they just put their heads together, all their bald heads together. They touch their heads together like they Captain Planet rings. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Oh, today we gonna talk about they putting their heads together like it's a Samsung phone and you transferring data. Oh, we gonna put our bald heads together. Okay, brother Fred and brother 78 and Black Fight fan, did you rub your shea butter, cocoa butter that they sent to you? Did we all send to you? Did you rub it on your? Okay, put your head up to the cell phone screen and touch your head together and say the chant with me. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm bliggity bliggity, I'm black, y'all. Today, okay, we got our thoughts today. Today we're going to say it's Terence Crawford, it's Duck and Sean Porter. We're going to start pushing that narrative. And now we're going to start supporting Eddie Hearn in the zone with Devin Haney. This is how we're going to spin this, man. We're going to say face like this, brother. We're going to say face like this, brother. That's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is, dog. Me, shit, man. I can admit when I'm wrong. If Errol went out there and beat Terence Crawford, I come on here and be like, man, Errol did this shit. I got to give Errol his credit. He went out there and he destroyed him. He destroyed him. I'm like, man, I didn't see that coming, man. Errol Spence, pound for pound, number one. Now Terence go out there and beat Errol. Errol was weight drained, and the car accident took 95% of his power out. He wasn't playing like nigga. Can't nobody just get credit. They can't just get credit. Can't get a man credit, but it's not like he dropping his belts. And if he dropping the WBC or they turn him into the Emirates champion, you might get Danny and Ugas or Danny and Sean Porter. So, like I said, the reason why they not probably going to announce a fight this weekend, or they may announce a fight this weekend, it's getting real close, is because they couldn't figure out the Danny Garcia situation. Okay, I want to talk about this too. All right, and then I'll get to the Q&A in a minute. Okay, Danny Garcia was refusing to fight Sean Porter. Now, I didn't hear about exactly what Sean Porter and his people felt about that. And I don't know if they're gonna talk about it. And I know a few people that reach out to him or know what's going on with him. So, but I do know that Danny Garcia didn't want to fight Sean Porter. He didn't want to fight Ugas, and he may have was gonna fight like lipinets, but obviously if Wilder win, that take lipinets away. So Danny Garcia was gonna fight like Josito Lopez. Okay, Danny was gonna fight Josito, and I just guessed that last night. Was that last night we talked about it? I just guessed Josito Lopez in the video I did, but Josito Lopez, I figured Benavidez, Mexican, he could put out a lot of Mexicans in Southern California. Josito Lopez, he from Riverside, he Mexican. It made sense. Puerto Rican, Mexican, Alvida Uterman, Turkish versus Mexican, and David Benavidez in the mandatory. So I was thinking about that. So he could fight Josito Lopez. So they said in the coming weeks it should be a decision about Errol Spence's belt. I think you might be looking at it in a couple days because Danny Garcia already in camp. Danny Garcia already in camp, so you might be talking about in a day or two, maybe it'd be a couple weeks. But they hashing some shit out for Errol Spence right now, and if he relinquished the belt, then Mauricio Sulaiman. But Mauricio Sulaiman just doing what PBC tell him to do. So they in discussions. I know for a fact they discussing on what they gonna do with Errol Spence. So That got to do with medical reports. That got to come from whatever is wrong with him. The hand doctor, the back doctor, the orthodontist, whatever else he got going on. Then you got legal troubles as well too. So he might have to create do a program to get out of trouble. So really, really, it's a lot of different factors, and they don't have a couple weeks to wait because next week, the last week in November, you said a couple weeks, first week of December. So then Danny got 3 weeks of December to train, and 3 weeks to train in January. So you telling me on the 6 week opponent notice, where you got to pick sparring partners out ahead of time, fighting Ozito Lopez and fighting Ugas and fighting Sean Porter, them three different styles. So what you gonna bring in? A sparring partner that fight like Ugas, a sparring partner that fight like Sean, and a sparring partner that fight like who else I say? Ugas and Sean and lipinets. They ain't got time for that shit. Luis, salute. They ain't got time for that. Roderick, salute if I ain't see you. H-Com, sorry, salute. He said, why you don't like... Hey, I just put a video in the community tab, bro. It's going to be up to the end of the night, bro. Just check the community tab. And the first thing you see, click on that video. It explains everything. It explains everything why I don't like them. Or I don't like that movement. I fuck with some people over there. You know what I'm saying? But you can't... I don't want to categorize them. But that movement in particular, ain't no harmony. Ain't no harmony amongst black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not molding to fit in nobody's circle, dude. Nobody's circle. You know, at all. I'm not trying to control the narrative. I ain't trying to make no fights happen. No shit like that. I'm on a whole different. I'm on a whole different wave, bro. My energy different. Pro black is whatever you want to determine it is. Pro black, whatever you want to determine it, whatever you want to determine it is what it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective. Bro, listen to Tariq Nasheed. Yeah, I've been here. I would listen to him from time to time. He's from Detroit, I believe. I can't listen to everybody, but I try to get around to it. Maybe when I'm working out, I listen to a podcast or some shit like that. But Danny Garcia, like if they really serious about announcing the fight this weekend, but really it don't have to happen this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because they can announce a fight at Hogan and Charlo. They can announce a fight at Harrison. They can and Charlo too, and I'm gonna talk about that for a minute. They can announce a fight. They can announce a fight at Tank and Gamboa. That's gonna be a huge event in Atlanta. So they got other fight dates. You know what I'm saying? They got other fight dates to announce a fight. But I think being in Vegas with all the media being here and it's not being another major fight on this Saturday, I think was important. So right now they hashing out what they're gonna do with Errol Spence, but from all indications, he dropping the belts, but it's nothing imminent in PBC. You know, it's nothing imminent. And if he do drop the belts, I don't see him coming back to this division. I think he gonna move up. You know, a lot of people were saying he was already drained and his energy was zapped. He got to build himself back up like Danny Jacobs and Anthony Durrell did, and that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I would build myself back up, take my time, and even if in the first fight coming back, I felt that I was Superman, I would just take my time. I would try to, fight 3 or 4 times a year, just soft touches, get back in rhythm, see how my body feeling after a fight after camp. I really wouldn't take no vacations because they wouldn't. I would take my time, and as you get older, you learn to take your time. You learn that moving fast nowhere don't beat moving slow and steady and going somewhere. So for Errol Spence, the same thing with Inouye. I hope that he don't come back in March. I hope he just take his time and let his bones heal. But everybody seemed to be in a rush. Everybody seemed to be in a rush, like it's rush hour trying to get home and cook dinner. But it's really not no rush. Patience is a virtue. Being very, very patient. Sometimes patience is the best thing that you can do. But with Earl, a lot of things depend on him. A lot of things depend on him right now. What he do? A lot of things depend on him. For Danny and Sean and Ugas, it depend on him because they all 1, 2, 3 in the rankings. And I think Danny Garcia would fight Sean in the rematch for that belt. And that fight would be on regular Fox, so that'd be huge. Sean Porter can really grow a star I still favor Sean in that fight. Well, I favor Danny going into the fight, but I would favor Sean. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure Sean's still in good shape. Danny gonna be in good shape. I think the rematch gonna be better than the original fight. I do. So I look forward to that. That's gonna be in LA, and I wish it was at the Barclays or somewhere like that, but should be a good fight. So you waiting on Danny Garcia to see if you really see what's popping. So if Danny got the juice. Well, it ain't Danny. Errol got the juice, but the division gonna look different. So you really look forward, and let's say they do. Errol Spence do get a belts up, and he become champion in recess for both of them. He come back at his leisure, or he move up to 54. You look at it. You say Sean and Danny. You say Lipinets and Qdoba, and Bob Arum got to pray to hell that if that Qdoba kid can beat Sergey Lipinets, which I don't think he can. Well, no, you know what? That's something to talk about. That Qdoba kid can beat Lipinets. He definitely could because he can stick and move. And Eric Bonet, or Bone, whatever his name is, he was able to stick and move. That's an interesting matchup to think about it. That's an interesting matchup. I think Lipinets can lose that fight if he don't stop that kid. You know what I'm saying? He said, I blocked the alligator. Who was the alligator? You know what I'm saying? But, I think Lipinets can win that fight. Yeah, Trey. I don't know what happened. You keep asking me about Austin Trout. Why don't you message him on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or some shit? Ennis, he fighting January 25th. I think he said he come back 25th. I asked Trout. I know some people that know him. I asked him. One of my guys cut his hair at one point, but I know some people that can reach out to him. I asked him. Is Fat Mikey finished? No, he fighting Manny Pacquiao in April. Mikey Garcia coming back in January, February for a tune-up, and then he turned around and fight Mikey Garcia. So I know he's been training. I think he's been training. So what's your favorite fight on the undercard this Saturday? I don't know none of the fights on the undercard, to be honest. I don't. That's crazy. I'm just going to support Wilder, to be real. But let me look at the undercard. Yeah, I don't know none of the fights on the undercard. I don't care to know none of them. When I seen Leo Santa Cruz and Vargas, I was cool. I was good. And Flores, excuse me. I know Luis Neri is fighting on the undercard. He exciting, but I'm just tired of seeing. I don't want to see a heavyweight fight card with smaller guys on. I'm sick of that shit. I'm glad that Luis Neri on the undercard because he can crack. But other than that, you got Brandon Figueroa on the undercard. I haven't seen much of him, but I've seen some. Luis Neri and Manuel Rodriguez. Oh shit, he fighting Manuel Rodriguez? Oh shit. I'm interested in that fight. Yeah. I like that fight. Get him Mike Salute. I subscribe to Get him Mike Boxing. I like that fight. I do. That's my favorite fighter on the undercard. That might be my favorite fight of the night. That's a good fight. Emmanuel Rodriguez just got his fucking wig pushed back not too long ago by Inouye. He talk all that shit. Yeah, back in May. You see them small fighters, bro. Them small fighters, some dogs. He just got like obliterated in May. He come back taking a high caliber fight versus Luis Neri. Man, Rodriguez can fight though, bro. I don't see nobody else I recognize on here. Marcellus Wilder, he fighting. But other than that, I don't see nobody else on here. So I like Luis Neri in the Figueroa fight. He ducked Stephen Fulton. That should be on that card. That card would be outstanding with small fights if they put Figueroa and Stephen Fulton on there. But Luis Neri and Manny Rodriguez, I'm excited about that. He fighting Rigondeaux. Oh yeah, that's a good fight then. Rigondeaux last opponent was a little thumper. He was showing some grit. I like the fight card then, to be honest. Neri and Rodriguez, that's outstanding, bro. That's a good fucking fight. Why nobody tell me that that was on there? I mean, that's gonna be a good one, man. I think Emmanuel Rodriguez might be coming back a little early, but he definitely can fight. Inouye, come on, Inouye stretch Rodriguez, Neri, man. It's easy shit. You will see Saturday. I'm telling you, man, Nuwa just on another level, man. Neri can't fuck with him. And plus, the Nuwa showed movement too. He using the ring, and he was fading versus Donaire. He ain't, man. That's gonna be. Neri probably take some punishment. It'll probably be a 6, 7, 8 round fight. Neri ain't on that level, bro. And you believe Freddie Roach, Freddie the joke coach Roach, Dr. Lick salute. You believe Freddie the joke coach Roach? Talking about he gonna knock somebody. When the last time Freddie Roach got a prediction right about a knockout? Anuiwa business smoked him. Man, only Mexican that could beat Anuiwa is Emmanuel Nervetes. Estrada, stretch season. Neri, sleep season. Nervetes, I don't know. That's a good fight. Anuiwa don't have no Estrada problem. Estrada still owe Rivenstein a rematch. If Rivenstein's girlfriend never left him, he'll be 2-0 above fucking Juan Estrada. And I like Juan Estrada. Y'all short man go when they line these motherfuckers up, okay? El Jefe, pay me my money, whatever you want to bet. If you think Paniti, Luis Neri, whatever you want to bet. I don't want my shit in peso. I want in United States dollars. I want my money in dollars. I want my motherfuckers in United States dollars currency. Boy, so he's still eating them. It don't matter. Them rats got that. Him rat eating ass beat Estrada the first fight. Who else wants to see Javante get knocked down, his career end? I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Yep, put your money, $100 on the line. $100, whatever you want to bet. Sleep. See, he better fight. Luis Neri better fight him next. And I say he better fight him next, coming off that oblique eye. No, excuse me, that what's that injury he got? That Kell Brook, the eye injury. Let me get some of that bet too. Go ahead. You really believe Luis Neri about to win? 100 pesos like $8. Oh man, we betting $8. Shit. That's crazy. He said Haney will spit on him. Well, they ain't. If he's spitting on him, they ain't boxing no more. That's going to the streets. That's a whole different type of ball game, Damo. He spit on somebody. Them gloves coming off. Porter needs to fight a good name. Why he's not named? So he gonna fight. He might if they fight for the WBC and Errol Spence give it up. Well, he gonna be fighting Danny Garcia. So Garcia's and Porter still in play, too. Estrada knew about K. Estrada a good fighter though, man. He fight behind the shoulder. He real slick. He I mean, if he can stop not get hit, he got a chance. Kanaki and Ruiz is a 50-50. I gotta see what Ruiz looking like versus AJ. AJ having too much fun in camp. I was watching him and Tabiti, and one of his dudes knocked out 25 wide grip pull-ups. I was like, he banged them out, dog. He won 10,000 pounds from AJ. So shit, AJ having too much fun in camp. He ain't scared to be worried about Ruiz. Did you just say Wilder's the new face of boxing? Did I just say that? Who said? Oh, Luis Vera. I mean, it depends on who is the face of boxing. That's the question. If you're talking about who getting the most money, then talking AJ right now, shit. And then Canelo next September gonna be getting like $100 million to fight Triple G or some shit like that. If it's all about money, you're talking about popularity. It's really hard to say because nobody really watching. AJ is more popular in his country. Had he beat Ruiz and he came back and fight again versus Miller, then AJ, he able to make a name in America. I think it's AJ by a landslide in that scenario. But now it's pretty much Wilder, man. You talking about popularity, Wilder got a nice little following. That's because he fought on free TV. You go to Mexico, it's Canelo. You go get it depends on what's your flavor. But if AJ was able to conquer Ruiz or Miller and then come back and fight again in America, AJ would probably be the most popular fighter. Especially if he was able to get 2 victories in America in spectacular fashion. AJ would probably be the most best fighter, the most popular fighter because he got the UK. And then he, people in America already like him, because he was rubbing shoulders like Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But it didn't happen that way. So Right now, to me, just putting my ears to the streets. And when Wilder fight, people be hitting me up like, "Well, when Wilder fight?" Now I have people hit me up when Canelo fight every now and again. Like, how do I watch the Canelo fight? People I used to work with or I do work with, and they know I know boxing. They like, "Oh, win this fight." But Wilder, man, Wilder got a nice following, man. I'm not saying that it may translate over to pay per views or not, but popularity wise, I mean, it's tough. You still got Pacquiao out there. People still love Pacquiao. I mean, Errol Spence got a cool following. Um, it's tough. Boxing is really in a transition phase that we really can't get out the Pacquiao Mayweather era, but um, it depends, man. It's subjective. I mean, I don't know why this is a real question. It depends on if you say who getting the most money, then you gonna go with like AJ Canelo. You say who the most popular in America, I mean, you gonna probably go with Wilder. I mean, it depends, bro. It depends. But y'all can ask questions now. I answer questions. I don't think I got nothing else to talk about. Oh, yeah, hold that question, Deshaun Johnson, for a minute. Copy and paste that back in a minute when I open up Q&A. Hold on. Whew. Thought I had to sneeze. But yeah, I heard that Leo Santa Cruz, if he win this weekend, his next fight gonna be between he can pick Gary Russell or he could pick Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think he gonna pick Gervonta Davis. Unless Tank end up losing or get an injury or Tank go a different route. It's probably gonna be just me. I don't have no special inside information, but I've been hearing that they're gonna do Tank and Leo on Fox pay-per-view next year. That's been going around. So, Leo fight can be either Tank or it could be Gary Russell. But somebody said that Leo said Gary got to come up to 130, which ain't no problem, because he getting a real title this Saturday if he beat Miguel Flores. So it don't really matter to me. I would like to see Gary Russell, but it don't matter. If he want to fight Tank, because him and Gary Russell can't be pay-per-view, he gonna make more money probably fighting Tank. So that is what it is. Coffee Universe, salute. Y'all go subscribe to Coffee Universe channel. So Joseph get 3 years, salute. So I think we all feel that he gonna pick Tank. I should have bought my back scratcher. My back itching like a motherfucker. There you go. I think he gonna pick Tank, but it is what his thoughts on other channels blocking us just for being on your channel. That's some sucker shit. I didn't know that happened. Well, I know it happened. Somebody told me that a long time ago that there was being. I mean, I'm not blocking y'all for being on other people's channel because you know what? I'm not watching other people's channel. Real talk. I'm not on nobody live stream saying, "Oh, block him," or I'm not on I don't know, fight hype saying, "Oh, look at him." Nah, bro. Skills in New Orleans, salute. I mean, shoot, y'all choose to make another account. I'm not telling you not to watch somebody else. Hold on, real quick. I'm not telling you to watch somebody else. I can't control that. But give me 1 second. But I can't control that, man. But that is what it is, bro. That just let you know how petty people is, bro. I never said, oh, don't go over here and watch, this nigga channel. If you watch this nigga channel, I'm blocking you. Like, it is what it is. You watch what you want to watch, But everybody, they'll block you. Oh, I'm going to get to the question anymore. They'll block you for watching my channel, right? But I ain't going to block you for watching theirs. You know what I'm saying? They'll block you for watching my shit. You know why they can block you for watching my channel? Because they watch my channel. So how you gonna block somebody for watching my channel, but you watch your channel? The nigga you watch get his shit from me. Come on, people watch Blue Blood Sports TV. He my biggest jock of all time. He my biggest jock. He talked to all these people in the industry, bro. All these people, and they don't tell you nothing, or you don't have no special inside information. They can't tell you something before it happens because they don't mess with you like that. You go down, you driving down here to interview people, you going across the country to get information I get while I'm at work or I'm sitting in the gym or because you ain't like they ain't messing with you like that. You a mark, you a lame. You know what I'm saying? Use a dunce cap, you a whack, any other adjectives that go wrong with that, you lame. You a goofball, you a cornball, you a goofy, you a goof troop. I can't explain no other way. You know what I'm saying? People talk shit about me, but guess what? When you come to my channel, right? You know what you're gonna get. It's not a mystery. It's not like you drinking a mystery Mountain Dew. You're not eating a mystery Airhead. It's not a mystery. You know what you're going to get. It's consistency. You know I'm going to drop this amount of videos a day. You know who I'm coming. You know what it's about to be. It's no mystery. I'm not going to sit here and twist no words. I'm not going to sit here and be fake. I'm not going to sit here and do that. You know what I'm saying? People get mad. Like, dude, I'm not just going to do that, dog. People go across the country and go to these fights, and you don't get no information. Like, why is you wasting your money? If you going to enjoy the fight, cool. But you don't see me crying about no press credentials. Not gonna do. I don't have no interest in doing that. I said that from day one. I don't like people. I don't get along with people. I like my dog. I like my girl. I like my daughter. I like my mom. I like my immediate family. Outside, I got 2 friends I kick it with. That's it. That's it. I don't talk to this guy. I don't talk to that guy. I ain't cool. Like, nigga, I ain't in the club every night. Nigga, come on. If you know how to play your role and you cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just play the role. Like, hey, man, you know. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, for real. And I don't run my mouth. I don't run my mouth. I don't say shit I'm supposed to say, not supposed to say. But that is what it is. I got some questions I'll answer them. I'm going to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas go all driving across the country for nothing, dude. I hope you around here hitting the skins if you driving around the country, bro. I hope you driving around the. Hey, Deshaun, ask that question again, man. I can't find it, but I don't know. Answer the question. So all right, Charlo Harrison too. I was listening to Tom talk about that this morning, and a lot of brothers in the comment section was saying like Tony Harrison was chinny, but Tony Harrison just gas out. And if Jermell Charlo can cut the ring off and be patient and not be emotional to answer somebody's question, he should be able to win that fight. To be honest, that's the key with him. Let us try. If he don't, I don't know if he listen. I heard that they listen to the majority of the videos out here. And I know they do listen. You know what I'm saying? But if you Jermell Charlo, cut the ring off, stop loading up on every shot, and take your time. You know, and progressively step the pace up. If he do that, you know what I'm saying? Even with Tony Harrison shooting that jab like that, he do that, he can win that fight. All he got to do is cut the ring off. He allowed Tony Harrison to fight at his pace. Charlo was trying to step the pace up, but he couldn't because he couldn't cut the ring off. You know, he couldn't cut the ring off. So, you know, that's just what it boiled down to. But Harrison got a stamina issue. You know what I'm saying? But if you let him fight at his own pace, you let him get a breather there and get a breather here. He got tired in that fight. Jermell just couldn't cut the ring off. And I find like 90% of prize fighters can't cut the ring off. You know, especially you get in there with somebody that got good footwork and it's a big ring, they can't cut the ring off. Charlo is going to headhunt too much again in the second fight. He can't control his emotion. Even if he headhunt, it's a good chance he can win, though. I gotta say it's a good chance, even if he headhunt. The first 3 or 4 rounds, yeah, you know, either he gonna get slept or he gonna get slept, or he's gonna have some knockdowns in it. You know what I'm saying? Either he gonna get slept, or like I said, the first interesting round. But if I was training him, man, I had him like in some yoga, you know, walking on some hot stone. I had him just being calm. You know, the game plan for him is quite easy, man. It's really easy. To me, for Tony Harrison, his game plan is easy as well too. Survive the first 3 or 4 rounds. And this time, what I would do if I'm Tony Harrison, I would shoot the straight right, man. I hit him with the lead right hand sometime. You know what I'm saying? I double the jab up, check hook, and I think I'll be looking to put 2 or 3 or 4 shots together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be looking to do. But I think I would lead off with that right hand. That's something I'll be working in camp. I'll be leading off with the right hand, man. Like Floyd did, like versus Carlos Baldomir. I'd be looking to lead off with that right hand. I necessarily wouldn't sit on that right hand. I would just throw it just to keep him off balance. And I still work the jab, and I put the right hand behind the jab. I be doing a lot of different things, man. Lopez and Comey prediction, I really don't have one right now. Um, I think that fight can go either way. I haven't did the film work, but appreciate Luis and the super chat. That's a close fight. I think I'm favorite Teofimo Lopez, man. To be honest, but I'm gonna have a prediction video for that, man. I favor Lopez right now. I haven't did the film work, but I favor Lopez because I think Top Rank want to do Lopez and Lomachenko pay per view, and I do think Lopez is sparring with Ivan Barashnik, and he in camp with Barashnik and Gamboa. He's sharing a camp with them right now, and I think Ivan Barashnik is a great sparring partner for both of them. So I think Lopez is going to learn from his mistakes versus Mayoshi Tanaki, and I expect to see Lopez do very, very well versus Comey. But I'm gonna go down these questions real quick. Who else fair you fool? I ain't gonna answer that. T.O. getting knocked out by Comey. I'm not sure it can happen, but we got to see. But yo, I had an injury. Tony said he had, and I'm telling you, he lied. Okay, if he lying, I mean, he still got to fight him unless he get an injury again. You know what I'm saying? If he lying, he lying. I mean, he got to fight him. He got to fight him. I don't know what else to say. They fighting again. It's over. The little bleach haired guy going to lose. I hope he does lose. He's a punk. He's talking about T.O. pretty much. Charlo's a cornball. I agree. Harrison beat Charlo again. Brandon Smith. Yeah, I can see him stopping him this time. But Charlo, man, if he able just to like calm down, Ronnie Boy Fresh. You see what I sent you on Twitter? Check your mentions. I haven't checked mine. If you hit back, but man, Charlo just gotta like just be composed, be calm, and take his time, man. Just take your time and cut the ring off and just put that imaginary pressure on him, man. You don't necessarily got to touch him to the head or to the body. Harrison slowed down the last time, but he didn't. Charlo missed so many punches. He probably was a little bit winded too, but I think that's the best fight coming down the stretch, in my opinion. Uh, uh, what's the boxing biggest fight next? Man, that's a tough one. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's gonna be a renovation. Probably Wilder and Ruiz if he win, in my opinion, or if AJ win again. That's another good one, man. I think people still don't believe that AJ Ruiz was a fluke, so it ain't completely dead. So I say Wilder and the AJ Ruiz winner. That's why Shakur, Elijah Wan, man. That's why Shakur Stevenson is going to dominate in the years coming because these fighters can't cut the ring off. None of them. Triple G and Errol Spence did a good job of it, but Errol didn't do it versus Mikey like he should have. But it is what they two are the best. It was somebody else I was thinking that was good at cutting the ring off too. I forgot his name. Javante Davis, but he ain't fought nobody. Most pressure on Charlo. Yeah, it's on him. It's do or die. When you got 2 or 3 losses, like Tony Harrison, ain't no pressure on him. Why do you think fighters start making that his sound when throwing punches like in the 70s and the 80s? Deshaun Johnson. I don't know. I know Devin Alexander used to grunt like Serena. I don't know. That his sound. Maybe it's a lost art. I know that probably helped them control their breathing. That's another thing when you running distance, man. A lot of times running distance is it's more mental. Distance is more mental in breathing. You know what I'm saying? When you running distance, that's breathing and mental. You know, obviously you have to build your muscles up and your muscle memory up in your legs and stuff like that. But running distance and running miles, that's it's mental and it's breathing. But that control they breathing probably. And there's a lot of lost arts that don't get practiced in the gym no more. Taylor Tank versus Loma. Taylor beat Loma. Taylor beat Tank. Tank and Loma, I'm not sure to be honest. I really don't have an opinion on it. Sean said we need B A. Leo Santa Cruz is picking that ducking ass Tank. Well, hopefully Tank go ahead and obliterate him. And if Leo beat Tank, well, we gonna have fun regardless. Yo, Jeff, keep up the grind. You as Boston fans will support you. Appreciate it, Shaolin. Exactly. Tony Harrison got a good foot movement. Yep. He been out a year too. Charlo Lee's had a camp this year. Mildred Taylor, I'm talking about the realistic fight for next year. Big, yeah. Ruiz, AJ, Wilder winner. Yeah, that's a realistic fight. Well, AJ might be realistic now because he might retire after this fight with Ruiz. They saying I don't know, but Ruiz and Wilder, I guess I don't see no other fight. Benavidez and Plant. Uh, I really don't see no other fight. That's y'all gonna be interested in. I'm pretty much interested in like Anuyawa, Navetes, Lomachenko, Anuyawa Neri. I'm kind of interested in that. Other than that, I really don't see too many fights that I really care about no more. Until some of the new blood come in. I think Harrison and Charlo are my favorite fight this year. That's it. I was supporting you fooling Shine. Tank going to cash Leo out too. I just hope Leo don't retire and fight Tank. Leo, man, he never fighting Gary Russell, bro. It don't even matter. Gary Russell, only way he fight Leo Santa Cruz on fight night. Ronnie salute. So what he lying, I would have did the same shit to Charlo. He can't, CJ. He just can't. Who gonna take over welterweight division since Spence sideline, man? Shit. Terence can't take it over because ain't nobody gonna fight him. Then Keith not coming back to the middle of next year. Keith got a hand injury. First he said July, and then I heard June. First he said January, then he said June. So I'm just not interested no more until like Ennis come up and like Regis and Ramirez. I got a Ramirez video coming later on tonight about his next fight versus Victor Postol. It's kind of mixed in with an Oscar Rivas video. But yeah. So I don't even have an opinion on what I don't even care about welterweight until some of the new faces come in, to be honest. But we'll see, man. A lot of these dudes should be at another weight class. Skills from Nor, he's no such thing as a super fight anymore. More like keeping the best away from the another till someone loses, marinating for absolutely nothing. If you're not ready, don't box. I definitely agree. Skills from New Orleans. Ontario's 20 minutes from my house. I'm in that thing. Oh, for sure. Somebody asked me if I wanted to go out there. I can't. Holiday season kick a nigga ass. Wilder versus Ruiz. Yeah, I agree. Viterbia versus he got a mandatory, Quincy Bonola. He got a mandatory next, so yeah. I haven't heard of the guy. Crawford versus Pryor at 35. That can go either way. I know Aaron Pryor stopped Tommy Hearns in the amateurs. Aaron Pryor is my favorite fighter of all time. Wilder. Okay. Will Loma fight Devin Haney this year? No. Loma not coming back to like March, April. Versus Comey Lopez winner. If it's Comey, he gonna fight him on pay-per-view. If it's Lopez, he gonna fight him on pay-per-view. If Comey's probably be regular ESPN. I never heard of Ontario, California. Only Ontario Canadian. Yeah. Damn, I'm like, how long you been on? 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 46 seconds. He said I resent that message. Okay. When they gonna let Tank fight a legit threat. No time soon. I heard he gonna fight Leo next. I hope Leo lose tomorrow, Saturday. I don't think Taylor can bang with Tank. Man, Taylor been a smoke tank ass. Natasha. Taylor been a smoke tank ass. That's an easy fight for Taylor, man. Tank ain't fought nobody like Taylor, bro. That's an easy fight. Tank going to sleep. Tank is going to fucking sleep. Yeah, he might survive, but like I said, Regis Progress took an ass whooping. I don't care what none of you niggas say. Nigga won 4 rounds. And he won 2 of those rounds because of the eye. Mayweather said young fighters want to skip the PB best ways and go straight to. Yeah, I just played that sound clip. Well, way earlier. Josh versus Jose Ramirez. Josh Taylor easy. Ramirez fighting Victor Postol in China February 4th. Ricky East salute dog. But that'd be a good fight though. If Taylor want to box him, Taylor can outbox him. If Taylor want to bang with him, then Ramirez got more of a chance. But Taylor just on another level, bro. They might try to rob Taylor ass though. But Taylor on another level. He better fighter. I've been telling people about Taylor for a minute, man. Nobody want to believe me. They want to talk about Regis is, man, I told y'all that nigga ain't fought nobody. Nobody. And what happened? He got whooped. Oh, J-Rock took all the belts. Philly stand up. Yeah. He fight January 18th versus Jason Rosario. He probably going to take on the winner of Harrison and Charlo. I really don't care for the fight. I think he'll beat Charlo. I think he'd beat both. He could beat both of them, to be honest. But I believe my fight and my super fight for junior middleweight happened. Charlo and Harrison. So I just don't have no like once Jared Hurd went down and Charlo went down, I was like, but it should be a good fight. Crawford and Thurman. Thurman, man, he ain't the same guy no more. See how he heal up. I thought Thurman would get Crawford his toughest fight. I thought that was like a 50-50 at one point. I don't know. This Thurman, man, Thurman just load up too much too, man. That's a problem. Thurman load up a lot too much, and boy Crawford to pick him apart. What's so funny? I thought Thurman at one point. I thought Thurman gave Crawford a lot of problems, and I thought Errol would have beat Thurman, and I thought Terence would have been an easier fight for Errol. Styles make fights. Jay White salute. Deshaun Johnson saying, "Hope it's a fake, but is Roy and Beehive really fighting? That grudge never gonna die, man. They need to fight in the streets with no hand wraps on. Just fight, no gloves on. Y'all seen? I hope they ain't fighting again. I was gonna do a video about it about a month ago, and I didn't do it. Thanks for the movie Wilder ticket. My daughter got me a ticket. Yep. Mr. Taylor. I'm confident. My confident in PBC game plan Benavidez done based on their track record. It's a miracle they got Thurman and Porter done when they did. And Thurman got into a car accident. Motherfuckers forget that. Thurman got into a car accident. That fight got pushed back. It was supposed to be on my birthday originally, and then they pushed it back. Taylor the real deal, but he got fucked up too. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen in the fight. I think it was by headbutt though. That eye was a headbutt. They said. I don't know how true that was. No one wants to do 15,000. They gonna use they gonna try to sell Tia Leaf Lopez as like a Hispanic. He said Tasha run from Philly. That fight, if he fight Charlo, it's probably gonna be at the Barclays Center. He definitely fight Tony Harrison. It's gonna be at the Barclays Center. That's definitely gonna be at the Barclays Center. But for me, I don't even care, man. When J Rock win him, he win him. It don't makes me no difference. Tony Harrison and Charlo so damn good. J Rock don't talk shit no more after he got stopped by Charlo. He kind of like learned his lesson. But he can talk shit too though. Live I had laugh at Tank Bully and Josh Taylor. He not that raw, but Tank the deal at 35 and below. I think he meant C-Dub. Taylor is Bud's biggest threat in the future. Oh, easily. I think easily, but I think Bud is gonna beat him down. Edwin Valero versus Duran. I got Duran, but Valero was a cowboy, crazy dude. Valero crazy, bro. Then he stopped De La Hoya in sparring. I don't think De La Hoya ever got stopped that young. He got stopped by Pacquiao because he had drained him. Farmer, Danny, J-Rock all day. Yeah, Danny, I don't know what Danny gonna do next. We'll see. Shiloh and Terence got good feet. He's slick. He not afraid to use energy. Yeah. Appreciate it, Natasha. Hope Wilder win. Yeah, that's gonna be a different. If I'm gonna talk more on Wilder tomorrow, a lot on Wilder tomorrow. I did a few Wilder videos today. Do a lot more talking about Wilder. Wilder knocks out Ruiz inside 3. I don't know if it's gonna be inside of 3. It'd be an interesting fight. Like I said, every heavyweight got a chance versus each other, but Ruiz got something that Wilder really ain't seen, and that's some quick hands. And Ruiz got decent feet. So Ruiz ain't never really been outboxed. Joseph Parker beat him, but that was a robbery. Thurman versus Mikey. Man, until Mikey showed me something at welterweight, I got Thurman. Thurman bad hand and all. Oh yeah. I also always thought Errol would beat Crawford because he cut the ring off and used the jab. A lot of the body work. He uses natural southpaw. I had Errol by stoppage, but yeah, we'll see. We ain't gonna see now, but I thought that way too until I seen the Sean Porter fight. I said he would have to fight Terence Crawford. But the bad thing about fighting Terence Crawford is Terence Crawford can fight. That's the bad thing about it. When you go to the body, you take a chance. And Terence Crawford can counterpunch. Terence Crawford can make you miss and counter you. He can lead off. He can fight you on the inside. And Crawford strong, bro. I think we all underrated Crawford's strength. I just don't think Errol Spence got the fast twitch muscles, or he ain't got the boxing IQ to beat that man. That's just my personal opinion. You know, you can cut the ring, Bud. It's hard to cut the ring off on Bud because Bud can improvise. You know what I'm saying? Bud can feint and Bud can get in and out, but Bud will fight you too. Errol Spence had to turn that to a street fight to win that. He got to be Marvin Hagler, like Tommy Hearns. He got to turn that into a street fight. If he turned into a street fight, but the problem is he ain't got the athletic ability, and then he only throw one punch at a time. I mean, that's a tough fight. He would really have to be like Duran and Chavez. But the problem with that is he didn't really hunt down Mikey Garcia. He didn't really go in there and go balls to the wall to Mikey Garcia. And if you can't walk down Mikey Garcia and make him call you daddy. I don't know. I'm just Earl. After a while, I just started to appreciate what Terence Crawford brought to the table, man. And he bring a lot. I wonder how that matchup would end with Harrison or J. I probably favor J Rock from a boxing aspect. Obviously, my fandom would be with Tony, but that'd be a good fight. Mom humbled the hell out of J Rock. They was talking big shit before that fight. I remember big shit. He got dropped by a jab. He was doing good in that fight though. And Charlo Power just took over. Charlo was trying to lead the division because he couldn't make the weight no more. And J Rock was talking shit. J Rock could have got an easy belt had he shut his mouth. Ruiz gets on the inside on Wilder. It's a long night. Yeah, it's a long night, you know. I don't like I say anything can happen. But you got to get on the inside. Ruiz take Wilder divine power right here from Olympus. Can Ruiz? I don't know. I have never watched a Loma fight, never support a hype job like that. Oh, damn, Sean. Deshaun say Julian Jackson versus Tino Trinidad. Jackson. I'm gonna believe in Jackson power. They both was kind of chinny. Well, they said Trinidad had bad balance. Somebody told me. SJ Fish 101 salute. Did Maguire vacate? Yeah, I heard he vacate. He moving to 160 to fight Gary Spike O'Sullivan. He was trying to fight Michael Zaffner, but Michael Zaffner got a legal obligation to rematch Jeff. He's so horny. So horny. So horny. So horny. Jeff, me love you long time. Jeff Horn, I'm talking about. It's hard for me to have a current favorite fighter because it's rare to see elite versus elite. Most fights we almost know who has the advantage. No elite for exactly. I agree with you on that one. Real life boxer salute. Michael Holly, what's going on? Yeah, it's hard, bro. But yeah, y'all got any other questions, man, real quick? Regis and Josh with F tank up any day of the week. I agree on that one. You think Luis Ortiz got a legit shot to beat Wilder? Yeah, man. I do, man. He in good shape, man. You know, man, Luis Ortiz, like he was in like the hyperbolic chamber or some shit sparring with Vegeta. He was training on like 100 times gravity or some shit like that, you know. He in shape. Wilder said he not sick this time, so it'd be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it. The more and more closer to the fight, I'm getting excited for it, man. I think Ortiz got a legit shot. He desperate. This is his last shot. It wouldn't surprise me if he won. Not just because of Wilder and the Mayweather curse and no shit like that, just because the trajectory of boxing. But, he could have took an easy fight, and he chose to take Luis Ortiz. So we'll see what happened. I heard it's a fair game. I heard anybody can win. PBC don't favor neither one to win. So, be straight. Errol got to be how he was against Kell Brook to beat Crawford. We seen Errol regrets because he beat like 180 coming down for Mikey, and Porter versus him staying in shape like he was for Brook and Peterson. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Kell Brook was bing, bing, binging. Kell Brook was up in that fight for a second until he broke Kell Brook down. But then again, if Kell Brook had Terence Crawford feet, Kell Brook and his defense, Kell Brook might have made it to the finish line. He probably would have got a decision in Sheffield. But Kell Brook was doing good, better than I thought in that fight. I want to see Crawford and Taylor. That's gonna be an interesting fight. I like Crawford in that one, but Josh Taylor got a lot of dog in him. What you think Wilder coming in at 225? I doubt if he always talking about 230. I think he gonna come in at 225. I want to see him at 230, but hey, who was Gary Russell and talk to? He fighting King Tug, the Tug guy. He's a mandatory. He was supposed to fight Abner Mars. The WBC ordered that. They ordered that mandatory. Do you see Lamar Jackson win MVP this year? It's only been what 9 games. It's a long way, but yeah, man. Right now it's him and Westbrook, Russell Wilson. It's Lamar, Russell Wilson. What you got? Rodgers, Michael Thomas got to be in there, and Christian McCaffrey. You know, people laughed at me when I said Christian McCaffrey was the real deal. Oh, Fournette better. Ain't no white running back. I was like, shit, man. I watched this white boy at Stanford. He can play. I feel like he should come in at like 225, 235. I never thought Spence could beat Thurman, and he can't. I don't know if this Thurman done. But wait, why Bid didn't take the fight at a catchweight though? But what fight? You talking about? At what fight at a catchweight? Wilder stopping Ortiz. Ain't nobody got shit for Wilder right now. Oh hey yeah, Wilder still learning too. Fight Brook. Okay, well, Brook then. I don't know because the title wouldn't have been on the line if it was a catchweight. Brook had a title. Brook wanted to defend his title. That's why. Brook had a title. So the reason Brook came back down was to defend his title. Eddie Hearn didn't want him to come back down and fight Errol Spence, and Brook made him make that fight. So that's what that. The Texans up 3-0. That's why. But yeah, let me slide up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody for hold on. He said fantasy mini tournament, Lennox, Holmes, Wilder, winner versus Wilder. I like Larry Holmes. I like Larry Holmes. Let me get out of here. I was on here for 2 hours, man. I wasn't planning to be on here this long. Appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget we on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, query, sponsorship, video question, want to make a donation, I'll link subscription. Best way to donate is share the video. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We go.